Hello everybody and welcome to another Board Game Nerds video. We just arrived back home in Copenhagen from Essen. It is now way past midnight, I don't want to know how much. I've been driving all day through Germany. We decided to go early on Sunday to be ready for Monday morning. The driver made a few wrong turns along the way, so we were a little bit late. So now I am tired, but I want to show you what I brought back home. So let's get to it. First one is something that will only happen at Essen. This game, I know next to nothing about it. Some of my friends own it. Rainer Knizia made it. I won it in a lottery because I bought another game that you might hear about later. I got to spin a wheel and I got the big prize game. That was this one. Then, one thing that started way before Essen was the math trade. If you don't know what that is, listen to our podcast episode about the Essen tricks. There you can hear more about that. Basically, I give some games, I get some games, a big algorithm tells me what I get. First one was The Great Split. This is a sort of a big party game. The more the better, the more the merrier is the term. Main mechanic is I split, you choose. Give it to the person next to you, and he gives one of the piles back to you, and then you use those cards to go up tracks and get points. Cool. Another math trade game, small version of a Capital Lux. I saw something about this a year and a half ago. It's some sort of card shedding game, and you shed games into a tableau, and you sort of score the one you have the least of, more or less. Now we're getting to the bigger games. Still math trade. This is one that I tried with a Yup in our local board game cafe. It's called Golem. It's by all the same people who made Grand Austria Hotel, and you can definitely feel that when you play the game. Has a similar mechanism. Instead of rolling dice, you put marbles in a tower and they come out and they give you access to different actions. Has lots of tracks to go up and down, and you actually go down tracks in this game, which you kind of want to do because, yeah, things will get expensive. Then, very old classic. I don't even know when it's from. I am on a mission. I'm gonna play all the Vita Lacerda games that I can get my hands on. I'm not gonna put a time frame on it, but that is my goal. This one, Vinhos, I've heard many good things about it. I watched a playthrough before we went to Essen, and I thought, I gotta try this one. This is the old version. I know there's a few rule differences to the new one. You're making wine is what it's called in English. Lots of classic Vita Lacerda, lots of interdependent systems where you have to get the grapes, hire a guy to take care of them, and you have the place to store it and all of that. Says 180 minutes, that's probably a stretch. Here you go. And then, last math game is sort of a new version of a game I love. This one is called Palace of Mad King Ludwig. I adore, what's it called? Castles of Mad King Ludwig, where you build build your own castle and you have to make it crazy for the crazy king. This one, everybody is building the same palace. You're putting square tiles into a common grid, and there's different scoring conditions depending on what the king wants in this round. And yeah, looking very much forward to try this. And now we're getting to the games that I actually paid for. So, start with a small one. This one is not from this year. This is one of the extremely many trick-taking games that were out last year that I actually thought looked interesting. Basic idea is, from Freedom and Freeze, you get a hand of cards, you play a standard trick-taking game, then the trick you won is your new hand, and then all the other players are dealt bigger numbers. So it's actually not good to win in the beginning, maybe. Even smaller game. This is it's called Katzel. I don't know if it's the brand or the company, but it's basically standard-sized cards that you have to overlap to make a picture, like a big puzzle. It is insanely difficult, if you ask me. Whenever you put the cards down, they will slide a little bit, but you have to like make the perfect picture, and there are traps in there, so if you put them in the wrong order, there's a mistake, and you have to fix everything, and there's many different versions in each box. It's really, really cool and innovative design. Then, I mentioned the Vita Lacerda mission. This is one of his smaller and less complex games. That doesn't mean it's light. I think I saw a complexity rating of this on BGG, which was below 3 or something, which is never gonna happen with a Vital Lacerda game, is my bold statement. Maybe you can see I had Vital Lacerda sign it, and also Joao Quintula Martins. It was really cool. They were doing a demo, and I came and interrupted them. And yeah, looking forward to try it. It has really cool artwork, and you're running this cafe in Portugal with the Portuguese fado music, and yeah, really looking forward to try this. Definitely gonna be on the channel soon. And that one was on my top 5 list for Essen. Check it out. I don't remember the number. It was definitely on there. Another one that was on there was this one, Fear of the Dark. I was running to get this. I think there will be a small supply of them there. This is a solo-only game. As you know, some of us in this channel likes to play solo games. The name itself, Fear of the Dark, is cool. The theme is that you are doing a dungeon crawling through. Every time you play a card, you can choose to light up one of your matches, and if you do, it has a really cool ability. If you don't, you just play it as a joker, and it has a very weak ability. The guy selling it was the designer, Damir Debanic from Croatia. He's the only guy who was working on the game. He's the only guy in the booth selling it. He has the company. It was really cool to talk to him. I had him sign it, and he even wrote second Spiel sale. So I had got the second copy of this game. I'm pretty hyped about that. I will definitely play it and put something on the channel, and I will definitely write Damir what I think about his game. Another game from my top list is Ruins. This is a standard ladder climbing game. If you don't know the term ladder climbing, it's in Denmark we call it President. You can call it Tichu. It can have many different names and different. But like if I put down 2 twos of a standard set, you have to put down 2 of something higher value, and you go on until somebody says pass. That's the basic idea. But in here you get to buy upgrades for your card. So I have a 2, but now it's +4, so I can beat your 5. So you do that for a few rounds, and then you reshuffle all the cards, and you might get the cards that the other people upgraded. And yeah, it's really cool. We played it late one night. Really fun. I was kind of happy I didn't make the final. I was leading all of the game, and then I got smashed right before the final. And to be honest, I was quite happy because my head was hurting. Really cool game. John DeClaire, standard card crafting from him. Last game that was on my list that I got was Rising Cultures. I think this was the first game I bought. I ran to get it. I've told this story many times. I saw a prototype of it a long time ago. The designer was there in our hotel, so I got him to sign it. Funny story, he said they totally didn't bring enough copies. A half hour into the fair, they were gone. On Saturday, they had to do a signing session at the booth, but they had no games to sell. So he was like sitting there, being very polite, and people say, I want your game. Yeah, I would like my game too. But so I have one of those. I will definitely make a 2-player playthrough of it. I haven't talked about the game yet. It's a 2-player only, 1v1. You have opposing nations that are fighting each other. So Rome, Persia, Abbasid Empire, and one more, Egypt. They are asymmetric, and they are, you're building your empire with multi-use cards. You will see more about it soon, I promise. One small box game. This is also from last year. I regret not trying it. Signed by Christian Kudal and Laura Kudal. I imagine they know each other outside designing board games as well. This is really cool. Little rondel. Your figures start on opposite sides. You play 2 cards, one hidden and one not hidden. And then your opponent has to choose which one he gets. So there's like a double bluffing thing going on there, and you will move around the track. Whoever catches up to the other guy wins. Basic idea of the game. Cool little head-to-head thing. We get this one. This is something that I saw just before I went. It's called 365 Adventures, the dungeon. Basic idea is it's a calendar for the whole year of January 2000. No, not for January. It's a calendar for 2026. Each day you open a little box and you do a dungeon task that will take like 2 minutes, roll the dice a few times, see if you beat the monster, go on to the next day. So we probably make some videos about these playmat capability or dice trays, what this is called. Here you go. And then I got some expansions. This was a no-brainer. I knew I was getting this when I bought the base game, even though it was not yet. This is SETI Space Agencies. I've talked a lot about SETI. It's my favorite game from last year, probably from all years. This adds everything you expect. 3 new aliens, quick starts, asymmetric factions. What's not to like? Another expansion for a really cool game from last year, Civolution. When I bought Civolution, I said, this game should never get an expansion. It doesn't need it. I still stand by that statement. But this is like a modular expansion. There's 3 or 4 different modules. What I really like about it is it makes it, if you know Civolution, it's really hard to fill up your tableau with the cards in the console. And that is a lot of the scoring mechanics. This gives you some extra tiles to put in there, so you will fill it up more easily. And some other stuff. And let's look at this one. This is another small game. Somebody else talked about it already. It's called, I have to say it in the right order, Mindbug King of Tokyo. If you don't know, the designer of King of Tokyo is Richard Garfield, and Richard Garfield also made Mindbug with Christian Kudal. And now they made a mashup, so they made a Mindbug game that has stuff from King of Tokyo, and then they made a King of Tokyo game that has monsters from Mindbug. Mindbug is a simple 1v1 battler where you can steal each other's monsters, and it's a really cool mind game. Then this is a little bit, no, we'll start with this. Promos. I'm not gonna go into too much detail. Don't even know what this is. It's a Mindbug promo. Gorilla, Foil, SETI, Radlands, which is a game I knew nothing about. I got it as a gift right before we left. I was in a random booth. They had a Radlands promo, so now I own that. More SETI. Terraforming Mars 2025. I had a few of them, but I had to buy the whole pack to get it. This is Agent Avenue promo. Civolution. What is this? Where did I get this from? I don't know. Another SETI game. Not SETI game. SETI promo is what it is. That word is. This is how you speak after driving for 12 hours and being sleep deprived. Now we're getting on to that was like my board game haul. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Which games would you have bought? Which would you have gone around in a big circle? Let me know. But the fun thing about Essen is that there's also stuff there that is not really board games. For instance, there is role-playing. I'm not a huge role player. I was walking through a hall. The halls sort of have different themes. Some is mostly for kids, some is for heavy Eurogamers. And we were passing through this RPG mini painting thing. And Ayub was running ahead of me because we had to be somewhere pretty soon. And I saw something called Punk is Dead. Like a big pink sign like this. And that design and the title just like, wait a minute, Ayub. I went there, talked to the guy. He was so, I don't know English accents, but very British. And I could almost not understand what he was saying, but he's like, yeah, you know, you're in this punk band, eh? It's after the apocalypse. I can't do that accent. It's a post-apocalyptic role game where you're in a punk band trying to make people happy before they die. I had to try it. Then I was in a booth buying this t-shirt, which I think is very funny. Hope you get it. When I was in the lobby in my hotel, I could see people were like looking at it and then like, huh. And then looking at it again, and like, I could see the brain going click, 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 click with the meta. I hope you get it. I also got the same one as a coaster for this table. When Ayub and Nick is here, I want their coffee to be on this and not on my playmat. So I got a few of these. If you can read it, it's pretty funny. I like these matchups between different franchises. Those can go here. Then I got something weird, which if you know me, I don't need this. It's a big mini. It's a steampunk pirate flying ship thing. I think I know someone who would like to paint this, so I got it. Lastly, there were some crazy artist booths there with many different things. Dice trays with handmade wooden stuff, and could buy like t-shirts and like ornamental stuff for all your role playing, and yeah, very many handicraft things. But lots of artwork, paintings and stuff. I got this for one of my favorite movies. There's still a little bit of protection on it. Fifth Element. They had like this booth had like I would say 50 from of these style of posters from movies, games, whatever. I like it. It's gonna go up somewhere behind me, so you can probably see it later. That is everything from me. Yeah, hope you liked my list, or if you didn't like it, let me know. Some other people also made a list that you can see here, here, or here, or here. There's a link somewhere. Please give us a like and a subscribe. Tell us what you think about our lists, and I will see you soon in the next video.